roof.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go, boys. 22! 22!
On second down, here's Keenum. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap for Keenum. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Mayfield now on second down. Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Sutton wheeling it in on the left side. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Hey, go, Roger.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 22. Roger, Roger, Roger. Hey, go, Roger.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, go, Roger.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
Leopard! No. Check. Patriot!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Leopard! Gone!
2nd down, Mayfield. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Leopard! Detroit!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 59 yards. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. DeMarcus Walker there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard!
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Leopard!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Let's go! Roger!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Kendricks. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play. Keenum to Thomas. 47 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Roger. Mary left.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
22. On 53.
Now Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Leopard!
1st down, Mayfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Play fake. Mayfield. Man open. That's Damian Ratley. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Mayfield on 1st down. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll find QT on the right side, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Denver right after this. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Again, it's Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And coming out now, the Broncos. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Hands down. Hey, go, Roger.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Roger, Roger, Roger. Hey, orange, orange. Orange, orange.
Keenum will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's Bernard. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Roger, Roger. Down. All right, 53. 22.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And McManus able to put it through. We have hit halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Damian Ratley, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we're good. Roger.
Again, here's Bernard. And he stopped immediately there. The stop was made by Genard Avery.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
On 53. God, 20. 22. Hey, go right, 2. Roger. I got it. Round 2. Hot.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Leopard! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look, credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Got an open man, it's Rattling. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. near his goal line. Here's Keenum. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Now a toss play. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On second down, here's Keenum. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
On 53.
Keenum going to try and throw on third down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete. Bernard. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's go, let's go.
A second down carry for Booker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And they'll go on the ground. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on third and inches.
Roger, roger, roger. Here goes the high. 53. Very left, very left.
Keenum on first down. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Keenum throwing on second. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, Mayfield again. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Browns on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mayfield now on second down. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Browns on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 16. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And credit the tackle to Cliff Avril. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Mayfield now. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want... And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brandon Marshall. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Leopard!
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Here's Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to do next. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Roger. Take 52 and 55. 52. Go, Roger. Get out.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
53. Hands down. Roger. 22. Roger.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on.